Welcome to What Do You Think? Stimulating conversation with passionate, thought-provoking issues and lively debate. My name is Isaac Barcelona, your host, and today our guest is Larry Grooms, who will be speaking about global warming, nuclear power, and offshore drilling. What do you think, Larry? Global warming.
I don't know if global warming is for real, but I do know there's a high pressure wave of political hot air pushing it on us. And not enough Americans are standing up and asking the hard questions. If you think global warming is scary, think about what the government is doing to try to fix it for you. For the climate police who want you to surrender your freedoms, your choices, your lifestyle, and most of your money, global warming looks like a win-win proposition. If the dire outcomes they predict don't happen, then you're told that they saved you. But if any of the predictions come to pass, then it was all your fault for not doing enough soon enough. If global warming was a disease, the treatment would kill us before the bug did. Back in the 1970s, there was a brief scare over a coming ice age. Oops, somebody misread the data. And then some new data arrived, and we learned about the coming heat wave. And human beings were totally to blame for emitting too much carbon, along with sheep and other critters. Talk about arrogance in assigning cause and effect. As Mark Twain said, there's something fascinating about science. One gets such wholesale returns of conjecture on such a trifling investment of facts. There is nothing more dangerous to human existence than the merger between real science and political science, and that's exactly what happened with the global warming scare. A perfect storm. There was something in it for everybody except your average working American. Environmental extremists found an excuse to radically restructure society, giving big government unlimited power to control everything we do. The media got a cheap, long-running, scary story that was long on emotion and short on facts. The left-wing political class got cause to manipulate the voters, and the politically correct scientists and big corporations got all the money from Big Green. Anytime you hear the media say that all the evidence is in on the scientific issue, you should run screaming for the exits. It isn't science anymore, it's political science.
Like I said, passionate discussion with passionate issues. What do you think? We'll be right back. Welcome to What Do You Think? Stirring conversation with passionate, thought-provoking issues and lively debate. My name is Isaac Barcelona, your host, and our guest today is Larry Grooms, going to speak about nuclear power. Larry, what do you think?
Like most Americans, I rather enjoy the creature comforts like air conditioning, central heating, electric lighting, and those handy gas and electric appliances. And to better enjoy those things and to pay for them, I also need a job along with everybody else. Which is why we need to talk seriously about where electricity will come from when government bans carbon-based fuels we use today. Wind and solar and geothermal will pick up part of the slack, but given the nation's enormous energy needs, we have to develop the energy resource that delivers 24/7, 365 days a year, even when it's dark and the wind isn't blowing. If nuclear power isn't the wave of the future, then we might just wave goodbye to our future. Nuclear power will diversify our power resources. Nuclear is efficient and affordable with the lowest production cost outside of hydroelectric plants, just under 2 cents per kilowatt hour. Ancient history notwithstanding, nuclear is safe and reliable. The rest of the world is developing nuclear energy, and we're still stuck with our heads on backwards in public policy, watching old reruns of a Jane Fonda movie babbling on about the China Syndrome. Nuclear power does not emit greenhouse gases. For all you folks who are convinced that global warming is the big problem, keep that in mind. So, with all that going for us, why don't we already have new nuclear power plants going online? The big reason is the same unreasoning, paralyzing paranoia that drives the global warming zealots. What if, what if, what if? Hey, what if a giant comet crashed into downtown Fresno? We can't do anything to stop it, But people aren't fleeing that city or any city just because it might happen. At least with nuclear power, we have 6 decades of experience and advancements in technology that are light years beyond the 2 major accidents in the history of nuclear energy.
Stimulating conversation with passionate, thought-provoking issues. What do you think? We're going to take a short break right now, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome to What Do You Think? A great show about differing opinions, brought to you by Gary and Karen Bell and Gig to Me Productions and all of our sponsors. My name is Isaac Barcelona, your host, and we have Larry Grooms with us today, and he's going to talk about offshore drilling. Larry, what do you think?
Are we the only people in America who remember the summer of '08? That was last year, when gasoline was priced at a little bit better than a bottle of good California Chardonnay. Newt Gingrich had millions of people's names on petitions to drill here, drill now, pay less. And members of Congress were falling all over themselves to sign up for drilling in the ANWR and offshore wherever you were. Both presidential candidates were nodding like bobblehead dolls to drill here and drill now, and they would consider that. But we remember, even if the national politicians forgot, the minute the price dropped below $2 a gallon. But the problem isn't going away. The prices are shooting up again. Gasoline prices are coming back again because America still imports 60% of its oil from unfriendly and unstable places. And there is nothing between you and a $5 a gallon price on gasoline but a hurricane tracking map. The Department of the Interior figures we have about 86 billion barrels of oil off our coast and about 420 trillion cubic feet of natural gas, enough to last for decades. But Congress and some states, including California, have banned offshore energy development over 85% of the oil-bearing areas on both coasts and the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Why? Because a generation ago an oil pipeline ruptured off Santa Barbara. And because at the time the politicians didn't think we'd need the resource. Well, now we do. Offshore drilling technology has come a long way. And if you don't think so, consider that Hurricanes Katrina and Rita left us with 2 unmistakable lessons. First, the hurricanes had such a huge impact on energy prices because they were located in America's only offshore drilling location, the Gulf of Mexico. And secondly, in neither hurricane were there any spills or oil leakages because of that weather. And if they could survive that, they could survive a lot more.
Larry Grooms talking to us about offshore drilling. If you have a different opinion, we'd like you to join us in our discussion, and we'll let you know how. This is What Do You Think? And we'll be right back.
Would you rather be doing this or this? Our licensed professional lawn care experts can take care of your home or business needs, giving you the lawn you always wanted at competitive prices. Give King's Lawn Service a call today.
What do you think? Stirring conversation with passionate, thought-provoking issues and lively debate. If you'd like to be a part of our sponsor family or you want to join in on the discussion, we're going to let you know how. In the meantime, stay tuned and check out all of the great opinions that we have in our valley. This is Isaac Barcelona saying we'll see you next time.